particularly from the subject real analysis, including some from the previous years, and uh, yeah, we'll be particularly discussing previous year only today. I'll get some more interesting problem on next sessions. We'll be streaming live on regular intervals on YouTube only with free classes. So you guys can attempt for those classes. Okay. Yeah, good evening all of you guys. I can see some learners joining live. Shilpa, Mahima and Mukta, very good evening. Good evening Switi and Rudra, very good evening. Gargi, welcome to the class. All of you guys, very good evening. So GATE exam आपका as usual, no rescheduling, no misscheduling, no misguiding, no paper leak, and uh, good examination center with washrooms. So they have that. Yeah, good evening, Ayush and VS, very good evening. So in today's class, we'll be discussing GATE ke problem. Before moving further, I'll just take your 2 minutes to introduce about my upcoming batch course on online platforms on our own website. So I'll just take your 2 minutes and then we will move ahead as usual. So before that, let me introduce myself. I am Rajendra, as many of you already aware. About the qualifications, I have qualified for NET and JRF multiple times. Finished my MSc in 2017, and since then I'm teaching for NET and JRF. About upcoming course from my side, it's a complete batch course on NET and JRF, and this course is starting from 14th of the November. That means tomorrow it's self evening 8:30. So those who have already registered, great. We have already many people registered for it. Still, we are open for it. The subject to be covered are these. You can find a video on this channel only where I have explained this thing in abstract manner, particularly about this batch course. So there you will find detailed discussion about what exactly offer we are giving in this batch course, or you can just follow from the website and then you can figure it out yourself. Okay, so there will be online classes every day, 2 to 4 hours, and we'll be having quizzes weekly and then subject wise, and then full length too. So that's like that will be a really learning phase for all of you guys. Okay, so that's all. I think we have discussed rest of it rather in long home classes. So shall we start for today, everyone? VS is saying recorded will be available. Yes, recorded will be available. You will get a file recorded on the drive which you can access whenever you want to access. Okay, so it will be available. Yes. Any other query you can put it in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll just start for today. So what will be the pattern? The pattern will be as usual. I'll give you a question. You will solve it yourself. Keep a pen and paper with you. You will give answer in the comment section, and then I will solve it for you, and we'll discuss it together and figure it out, like in what way you can proceed with this particular question. चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की कार्रवाई फिर. So question number 1 I'm giving you from the very recent GATE 2022 mathematics. So it's question from the topology, and it's in R2 plane. So if you have little bit knowledge of equations and equation of circle or something in plane, you can solve this question. Or like even if you have done just real analysis with point set topology, this question is not actually pure topological question. So I think you guys can give it a try. So validity of the subscription will be until we have the exam, and very first we'll be finishing the syllabus first of all, and then until you have the exam. So that's like we are never saying bye to you unless and until you get it. So yeah, good evening Meghna, welcome to class. So I'm waiting for your answers, by the way. Krishna is there. Good evening, Krishna. Welcome to the class. Good evening, Manu. Meghna is also agreeing with Z. Anyone else wants to give any other answer? See, so I'm getting like all correct answers so far. So let's discuss this problem. So what does this problem says? Let's discuss about it. दो सेट दे रखे हैं, एक A एक B and then another set union of both of them. So what does A says? A के अंदर आपको दिया है, let me know if you can, like, it's visual easily or not. So it in A you have given collection of all those real number which satisfy this equation. It's a disk, closed disk, है ना, centered at 0 0 and with radius 1 with the boundary, है ना? So we can easily draw it rather than writing it down. I would just easily draw it. So that's what your set A is, है ना? This is one. Now, all the tuples from the plane which satisfy this equation. No? So disk, closed disk with radius 1. Now let's look at B. B is like equation is some kind of boundary of circle if you take it at equivalent. So center is changing from 2 comma. The center is at 2 comma 0 now. No? At y axis it's like a y coordinate is 0 for center and 2 for the x. So if I draw it in the separate plane, or I would rather draw it here only. So this coordinate is 1 comma 0, right? And we have the center here, exactly here, 2 comma 0. That's what given for the second. And radius is again 1. So if I do this, so it's kind of some kind of this. Okay, this is your set B. Now look at the options. So this we see this is if you take union of these, so that will be your set M, which is A union B. Good evening, Subham. Welcome to the class. So M is A union B. So we have two sets, M as A union B and N as interior of A union interior of B. So A interior union B interior. So the moment I take interior of both of them, if I take interior of A, I'll lose the boundary. And this boundary will go away. Like it will be like, you know, it's like this. This. And then other one will be also this. Like they can get as close as you want, but they will never intersect each other. Okay, so that's how this N is. Okay, so in N there is a gap between them, but you obviously you can't find the exact distance because this point, what we say is 1 0. And this is not neither in the A interior nor in the B interior, but it's every neighborhood of 1 0 intersect A interior and B interior both. Okay, so now let's look at the options. It says M and N are connected. So it's pretty easy to see that M is connected. There is no problem in the M. You can, like, they are connected. Okay, so M and N are connected. M is connected for sure. Let's look for the N. N is not connected because there is a missing point 1 comma 0, right? So like if that point would have been there, it would be a connection between both of them. So N is not. Okay, now we can easily look for the option. Neither M gone, M is not connected, ye bhi gaya. So option C obviously is correct. So I hope there is no doubt about this question. Can we proceed further? Anyone, any path connected? Yeah, it's like more of the connected, like we don't have any, it's it's not breaking, like from here to here you can just go. Yeah, you find a path between any 2 points. so, so it is connected. Let me uh, move to the next question. This question is from GATE 2021, not from 2. And again, the question is from the real analysis, asking for fixed point and an inequality, which they want to figure us out whether it is correct or not. So again, you have 3 to 4 minutes to figure the exact correct answer. All of you guys. Okay, I have one answer from Jasri, one from Manu. Okay, Meghna is acting B. एक क्वेश्चन फिक्स पॉइंट पे है, एक समवॉट लाइक काइंड ऑफ यूनिफॉर्म कन्वर्जेंस के नेबरहुड में समथिंग, काइंड ऑफ दैट. ओके, बी एंड सी के बीच में काफ़ी आंसर्स हैं. आई स्टिल गिव यू 1 more minute, ऑल ऑफ यू. बी, ओके. D, okay. Jasri has changed to D and Brambar is agreeing with B, and okay, that means it's a good question, like mixed up answers implies it's a good question. एक ऐसा सा कुछ नेट में भी था इस बार भी, है ना, समथिंग कोर्स में था शायद कुछ, है ना. We actually solved it using geometry, and it was really interesting how we solved it, like discarding 3 option using geometrical shape of cos x. So I mean, you can also try using geometry, like choose intervals and then discard other options. I'm talking about next question, about something like this kind of question. Okay, so now let's discuss this question. So let's discuss the statement q first, that it has a fixed point. This function is given and the statement is this has a fixed point. What fixed point? Fixed point is solution of the equation f of x equal to x, or those points which are invariant under f, unaffected by f. So let's put this equation and try to find it out whether we have a solution or not. So tan inverse x equal to x. Now I can easily cancel out x and n. So this is simply implies that tan inverse x equal to pi by 2, which equation, this equation does not have any solution in R, right? Anyone? Does this equation has any solution in R? Yeah, it does. What point? 10 pi by 2. Yeah. Okay, so I mean we supposed to put x equal to 10 pi by 2. So I mean that's not a real number at all. So that means it doesn't have any fixed point. So this option, this statement Q is false. We has no fixed point. Now if I look at the statement P, my very first instinct says that I should try at a point where x equal to y, right? The very basic thing they have missed is that x equal to y. They should have excluded this from the question. If you take x equal to y, it's f of x minus f of x, which is 0, which is equal to 0, not less than 0. So that discards it. Yes. Yes. So P is also false. And they have forgot to mention that x is not equal to y. So in this case we can also like say that it is also an false statement, and the correct answer is both are false. And so whenever there is a question, you think of a trivial case. In the parallel, you always think of a trivial case. Like why they have not said like strictly inequality दी हुई है and mod लगा हुआ है, 0 आ गया तो क्या होगा, and when it will be 0, when fx equal to fy, but x equal to y हो तो पक्का हो जाएगा, खत्म. हालांकि उन्होंने पहले b दिया था, p ट्रू है वैसे, एक्सेप्ट एट दैट पॉइंट यू कैन प्रूव इट, बट बाद में जब लोगों ने कहा कि आपने लिखना भूल गए हो, x इक्वल टू y नहीं है ना, तो फिर आंसर डी दिया गया, ठीक है, या फिर शायद मार्क्स टू ऑल या डी, दोनों में से कुछ एक था. ओके, बिकॉज b can't be true anymore, at 0 it fails. Let's move to the next question. The question is from countability, and I hope you guys all can deal with it. Okay, what's written on my back? It's first, second and fourth. Questions is, consider the following statements. The set q cross z is countable. Set of all functions from n to 0 1 is uncountable. The set square root p is prime is uncountable. For any infinite set, there exists a set, there is a bisection from the set to one of its proper subset. Tejpal is saying B. 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B. क्या बात. एवरीवन बी, किसी को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है? Okay, sounds great. So let me give you a little explanation for this and then we'll move ahead. जिन लोगों का नहीं हो रहा है उनके लिए. Okay, sorry for the background noise. So okay, I can explain from here only. Q cross Z is uncountable. ये तो एकदम वो क्वेश्चन हो गया, नहीं तो एकदम बट रहे होते हैं लड्डू. So Cartesian product of two countable set is countable. Moreover, it is similar to n itself, and you can find the bijection on your own. So uncountable is, this is incorrect statement. So first is gone, so this is gone, and this is also gone. Now we have to select from this only, that either fourth is true or third is true. So again, this we don't even have to check so far. ये बोला स्क्वायर रूट पी, पी इज अ प्राइम नंबर इज अनकाउंटेबल, यानी कि ये तो सेट ऑफ प्राइम नंबर के इक्विवेलेंट ही हो गया ना. दिस सेट square root p, if you map to p, this is this function f from set of all prime number, like this set, whatever you call s, to set of all prime number is a bijection. So it's like set of all prime number is uncountable. No, they are naturals. So this is false. For any infinite set, there is a bijection from set to one of its proper subset. That's true. No, it's standard lemma that if you take one element from an infinite set, one element out from an infinite set, its cardinality remains same, doesn't change, and hence there is a bijection. Two sets have same cardinality if and only if they are similar, and if and they are similar, then they have same cardinality if and only if. Now if you take one element out from an infinite set, ऐसा तो है नहीं पहले अलिफ नोट थे, एक बार निकाला अब फाइनाइट आ गया, या एक डाला पहले अलिफ नोट तो अब कंटिन्यूम बन गया, ऐसा तो होगा नहीं. जैसी कार्डिनलिटी वैसी रहेगी, है ना. सो इन इनफाइनाइट केस, इफ यू टेक एनी फाइनाइट सेट आउट, if you have any infinite set and you take any set s which is finite out of it, its cardinality remains same, है ना. So he is just asking for one proper subset, so you just take one element out and so bijection. So this statement is true, this statement is true. So second and fourth, so yeah, of course B is the right answer. Let's have the next question then. Question is from radius of convergence. Let's see. Yes, Cantor's, not actually Cantor's, it's lemma 2, no? From the notes. Cantor theorem is something else. Three is a subset of irrational numbers, yes, but it's not set of all irrational number. Every element in 3 is irrational, but it's like some irrationals, you know. Moreover, they are countably infinite irrationals, because you know they are not perfect squares. Any square root p is an irrational number. Question is from radius of convergence, and you have to figure it out. Okay. इसमें कोई उम्मीदवार? Okay, I have two answers. Don't know whether they are wrong or right. Okay, I have an answer. I have two answers so far. Two different answers. A and C. It's single correct. Devashish. Okay. क्या बात. So so I think what you think, what you should think, or what I will think is that I will try to, you know, figure it out by an example, like what it can be. So let's try it with an example. Okay, so what information is given? Let a and b any sequence. Okay, we need to take a real sequence. Now that summation a n whole square after putting modulus must be convergent. That's all. Less than infinite means it's converges somewhere. So we have to pick summation a n square modulus is convergent. So let's pick this only. Why we will not pick this? Like it's our favorite series in which we know the sum for sure, isn't it? Summation 1 by n square. If you put mod and then this sum will be nothing but what is this sum anywhere? By the way, they are celebrating because Pakistan lost. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult for us to live. Yeah, it would have been really difficult. Like those people would have not, like इंटरनेट पे तो जीने ही नहीं देते वो. कुछ लोग ऐसे रैंडम पोस्ट फाइंड करें, कुछ भी न्यूज का पोस्ट है, नीचे कुछ भी लिखेंगे कि 152 पे 0, 170 पे 0, ऐसे ऊपर कुछ भी चल रहा है, कुछ भी ऊपर, पता नहीं कोई इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहा है, कोई किसी चीज की बात कर रहा है, कोई मूवी का सीन डाला हुआ है, किसी ने कुछ पोस्ट डाला हुआ है, नीचे वो अपना उनको पढ़ना ही नहीं है, वो कॉपी किया हुआ रखा हुआ है, ओपन पोस्ट पेस्ट, ओपन पोस्ट पेस्ट, ओपन पोस्ट पेस्ट, मतलब जॉब की तरह कर रहे हैं, एकदम सीरियस. बिल्कुल बंक नहीं कर रहे, एकदम सीरियस होके. Anyways, so this is equal to what's sum of this series? Anyone? Summation 1 by n square, pi square upon 6. Everyone knows this, right? Yes, pi square upon 6. अब कैसे है, कहाँ से है, वो अलग कहानी है इसकी, बट है तो पाई स्क्वायर अपॉन 6. चलिए अब शुरू करते हैं कहानी. तो हमारे पास ऐसी एक सीरीज मिल गई, सीक्वेंस भी मिल गई. अब आगे चलते हैं. If the radius of convergence of a n x to the power n, so our a n here is, this is a n square, so it's 1 by n, so summation a n x to the power n, ये तो हमारी वो जो रोज काम में लेते हैं वो वाली सीरीज बन गई है ना, विद आर ओ सी आर इक्वल टू 1. इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए. यहाँ पे a n आपका 1 by n है ना, तो आपको लिमिट सुप्रीमम किसका निकालोगे, 1 by n to the whole power this 1 by n. So that will be 1 for sure. Okay, so ROC is 1, R is 1 in this case. We have an example and we have an answer for that particular example. Now let's look for the option. R is less than 1, गलत बात. यहाँ पे बोल रहा है R is equal to pi square upon 6, यही है सम, गलत बात. यहाँ पे बोल ये pi square upon 6 है, होल स्क्वायर रूट कि दिस इज आर, ये भी गलत बात. खत्म, डन. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज E. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट. I don't think anyone wants to give it a try. Later on you can. I would rather choose this question for now. वो रूम वर्क में दिया जाएगा और होमवर्क, व्हाटएवर यू कॉल इट. यूनिफॉर्म कन्वर्जेंस. सेल्फलेस है, बिना सैलरी के मेहनत कर रहे हैं. बिल्कुल. इतने ऐसे लोगों को मतलब ऐसा काम मिल नहीं रहा जो वो कर सकते हैं. जैसे ऐसा काम जो वो अभी कर रहे हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे कमेंट करना, ऐसा सही कोई काम ढूंढ के दे देना चाहिए उनको, ताकि काफ़ी कर देंगे वो. तो बेरोजगारी का कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना उनका, सो वो यही करते हैं, फिर कमेंट करते हैं। और ऐसे लोग मतलब कुछ भी रील बना के डाल देते हैं, डालते रहते हैं ऐसे। वो एक्चुअली सेवर है मेरे लिए। मैं जैसे फ़ोन उठाया, सोशल मीडिया खोला, स्टार्ट करते हैं, एक रील देखा, दो रील देखा, तीन रील देखा, अब वो थोड़ा कोई कुछ अच्छे कंटेंट बनाते हैं, दो तीन उठाया, चौथी पांचवी जाते जाते, चौथी पांचवी तो वो है एकदम लिमिट, कोई इतना बुरा बनाता है, मतलब ऐसे लगता है कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ ये क्या देख रहा हूँ, ये क्या बना रहे हैं लोग। तो वो बंद हो जाता है उनकी हेल्प से। अगर वो ये नहीं बनाते तो मैं और देखता तो वो हेल्प करते हैं दूसरों की। देखिए कि ये क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, किसी सीक्वेंस की लिमिट निकालता हूँ, काम आएगा कहीं। हर कोई सिंगर है, हर कोई डांसर है, हर कोई पेंटर भी है। क्या बना रहे हैं ऐसे, मतलब एक्टर तो सारे हैं सबके अंदर का एक्टर बाहर आ रहा है ऐसे लोगों को। खैर। हम्म, अभी एक पीछे न्यूज़ न्यूज़ तो पढ़ता हूँ मैं आजकल, न्यूज़ वाले भी इसी लाइन को ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। एक न्यूज़ आई थी, बांग्लादेश का एक था कोई, तो वो क्या करता था, वो उनका नेशन का कोई अच्छा सा सॉन्ग उठाता, जैसे हमारी कोई नेशनल अच्छे ए मेरे वतन के लोगों, ऐसे कोई नेशनल सॉन्ग ना, प्राइड वाले, उनके ऊपर वो उनको दोबारा गाता, और इतना बेसुरा गाता कि पुलिस ने उसे अरेस्ट कर लिया, कि उसने अनाउंस किया था कि मैं अगला गाना गाऊंगा इस डेट को, तो उससे एक दिन पहले पुलिस ने उसे अरेस्ट कर लिया ताकि वो गाना ना गा दे। ठीक है कि कहीं वो गाना ना गा दे, इसलिए अरेस्ट करना पड़ा उसे। सोचो कितना वो गाता होगा। चलिए, चलो पढ़ाई की बातें करते हैं। So you have one answer I am receiving, it's C. The derivative is pointwise to a continuous function. अच्छा, one answer I am having A, that Gn is not uniformly on R. और कोई आंसर? ओके, सो लेट्स सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम। कोई और उम्मीदवार आंसर देने वाला है? So Gnx is x upon 1 plus nx square. And x is from R, all R, entire R. Okay. Now he is asking about whether it is convergent or not, uniformly convergent or not, and so on. True statement. Okay, सिगल करें. So very first thing what I can do is that I can just simply find limit function first. If I apply limit n tend to infinite z and x, so that's like at 0 it's directly 0, at non-zero it will be like something alpha upon 1 plus n alpha square, so n is in the denominator, so that n will take to 0, and at 0 it's giving value 0, so call it zx, and it's an identically 0 function for all x belongs to R. You fix a real number and it will tend to 0. Okay, now how to check uniform convergence? You can simply apply mn test, and mnx is nothing but supremum x belongs to R, fnx minus fx, so in this case it's gnx minus gx, this, so this would be only gnx only, because your gx is 0, mod this, and you have to find supremum x belongs to R. Okay, so you have to find supremum of this function. Okay, and or you can figure it out whether it's increasing, decreasing, and use that. So in that case what you have to do is that you have to find derivative of it. So let's find g dash nx. ओह, कहाँ पे आ रहा है ये? एनीवन? इसको डिफरेंशिएट करना इज लाइक, oh, not x square, x would remain out, so this is 2 and x, yeah, fine. X equal to 1 upon square root n, that's good. Yeah, so if you put x equal to 1 upon square root n here, 1 upon square root n, 1 upon square root n, so that n will take 0. This is tending to 0, no? Mn is tending to 0. So if you put x equal to 1 upon square root n in this and let limit tend to 0, this will tend to 0. So by Wester's Mn test, you can say that Gn is uc, so this is gone. And derivative you have to try. Again, derivative is messy. So 2nx square and n square. So derivative is pointwise, is it? Derivative is pointwise convergent. That's your derivative. If there is any calculation error, then let me know. So at 0 it's 1. So at 0 there is no problem. At non-zero, n square is in the denominator, so that will take it to 0. So g dash nx जो है आपका, वो जो जा रहा है g dash x पे जा रहा है, I mean let's call it g dash x, वो आपका 1 है x equal to 0 पे, and 0 है when x is not equal to 0, right? That's not continuous function, so you can simply discard this, that g dash converges uniformly on any closed interval which does not g dash converges pointwise to a continuous function on R. This is incorrect statement. It's convergent pointwise, but it doesn't convergent pointwise to a continuous function. It is converging to a non-continuous function. Z dash converges uniformly on any closed interval which is not contain 0, and G dash converges uniformly on any closed interval which does not contain 1. Now 1 and 0 we have to decide. See, if you take at 0, so 0 pe to it will never ever will be able to convergent, because at 0 it's failing the continuity in the neighborhood, right? So 0 can't be that point where it can convergent. So G dash converges uniformly on any column which does not contain 0, or G dash converges uniformly on any column which does not contain 1. So 0, इसमें तो 0 आ गया ना, like you can take this interval, and in this your G dash is not even pointwise, like pointwise convergent, but not to a uniformly, not to a continuous function, right? Oh sorry, let make it open here. This, I mean, you can take this now, you can take this interval 0, 1 by 2. Okay, so according to this B, this function converges uniformly on this interval, but यहाँ पे जो limit function आ रहा है वो continuous नहीं आ रहा. Getting my point? So this is incorrect statement. No? Anyone? Okay, so any interval which does not contain, if 0 is contained in the interval, then your function will fail uniform. Your z dash जो आया है आपका, वो आया क्या है? 1 when x is not equal to 0, okay, and 0 when x equal to not equal to 0. ठीक है ना? Point wise, yes. If point wise even your g dash and x जो है वो आपका point wise converge कर रहा है, g dash x, call it, it's not derivative of gx. 1 when x equal to 0 and 0 when x is not equal to 0. Fine. Now if you take any interval which contains 0, any interval which contains 0, then whatever your restriction on g dash x will be, it will be like this only कि आपने मान लो a भी लिया है, अब 0 a b में है, तो माइनस 0 पे क्या देगा ये 0 एंड 0 पे 1 दे देगा, तो कॉन्टिन्यूटी नहीं फेल कर गया ये. सो एनी इंटरवल विच कंटेन्स 0, उसके पास में कभी ये यूनिफॉर्म कन्वर्जेंस नहीं हो सकता. आई एम नॉट चेकिंग यूनिफॉर्म कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ जी डैश, आई एम टेलिंग बाई ऑब्जर्वेशन. इतनी मजदूरी नहीं करूंगा मैं, सीधा ही बोल दूंगा. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर 0 कंटेन कर गया किसी इंटरवल में, तो वहां पे तो हमारा लिमिट फंक्शन डिसकॉन्टिन्यूस हो रहा है. इफ लिमिट फंक्शन इज डिसकॉन्टिन्यूस, देन जी डैश कैन नेवर बी g dash n can never be uniformly convergent, है ना. So this statement is this statement which says that does not contain 1, that means it can contain 0. So that's incorrect, है ना. Like saying this statement is saying that it is uniformly on this 0 comma 1 by 2, which is incorrect statement. So B is also gone. So only option left is that D. So correct statement is D. We have to take out 0. Fine. Okay. Okay, topology. Okay, let's do one field theory ka question and then you'll finish for the day. At last I'm giving a very easy question. Okay, it's numerical type, so I don't have to give you options at all. Let F be a field with 7 to the power 6 elements, K be a subfield of F with 49 elements, then the dimension of F as a vector space over K is what? No answers at all. Array? Okay, I have an answer too. Again two. बताइए, what is dimension of, अरे इस सज्जन को क्या हो गया, सॉरी, okay, it's not working with pen. I need pen. Pen. Yeah. 3. Okay. क्या क्वेश्चन दिया है आपको? एफ क्यू एम और एफ क्यू. इस केस में तो यू कैन इजीली टेल द डायमेंशन इज एम, right, without any second thought. But what about fqm and fqn? In this case, what will be dimension? Shall I take n minus m or I take n upon m? And n is the larger. Of course n upon m. तभी तो वो डिवाइड करने वाला रूल याद है आपको कि इफ f है ना, k is subfield of f, and if this is p to the power r and this is p to the power n, then n divide r, sorry, r divide n, if and only if. ये वेक्टर स्पेस बनाता है, and one way proof is like this only. Otherwise you can make the tower rule too, है ना, like fq n over fq आपको fqm निकालना है, तो आप इसको डिवाइड कर सकते हैं fqn over fq, this is over fq, and then that product rule will apply. So like that you can also do. No, so it will be n upon m, of course. So you will divide. यहाँ पे आपको 7 to the power 6 एलिमेंट है, यहाँ पे आपको 7 स्क्वायर है ना, so you'll get 3. Fine. Anyone any problem with this question? Anyone? No problem. Okay then. Okay, I think we should finish for today. We'll have another session in the future, and I'll keep bringing you more and more questions from GET and NET exam. I would conclude my session here. I'll wait for 1 minute if any of you have any question, and then I'll conclude for today. Anyone? And I think I have already updated you multiple times that we are going to start a batch from tomorrow onwards. You guys can join in that batch. We'll be finishing up entire syllabus of NET and JRF. And for more detail, you can just follow up the link provided below. You'll find yourself on the website, and there you can find all the details. It's like कब तक join कर सकते हैं, that's up to you, because we will be having recordings, but it's better if you join from the very first class. Otherwise be in the group. Telegram channel का link नीचे provide कर दिया है मैंने, and website भी. Timing in this timing 8:30 to 10:30 for my classes, and general aptitude and applied OD and PD and practice sessions and discussion classes. All of them will be from 6 to 7 or 6:30 to 7:30 or 8, like 6 to 8 के बीच के slot में. So majorly we will have classes from 6 to 10:30 in these 4 hours. Quiz के time I'll discuss with the batch, entire batch, and then we'll decide together कि this should be time. Obviously it is gonna be 2 or in early in the morning, so that's up to you. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's if it's not satisfactory, then you can quit whenever you want to quit, but you will have to take at least 15 classes because you have to go through the process. It takes time. Like, you can't just assume कि पहले दिन से आपको सारी चीजें समझ में आएगी. It takes time to understand. It's not easy at all, but we make it easy as much as we can. Anyways, so that's all for today. Anyone else want to ask anything other than Subham and महिमा, या चलिए फिर आज की कार्रवाई ख़त्म करते हैं यहीं पे. सो I'll see you again. Thank you, Meghna, in the next class whenever we have, and we'll be discussing more question from the gate or random question from the random topics for CSI नेट JRF मैथमेटिक्स. जो लोग अभी भी क्या बोलते हैं उसको सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए हैं, they suggested so that they subscribe so that they can be updated, or they can join the channel on the Telegram or on the WhatsApp anywhere so that you won't miss any class. Yeah, very welcome all of you guys. Good night. See you again in the next class whenever it is. कल से 2 क्लास होंगे. नहीं, एक फॉर श्योर एंड देन रेदर ऑन विल स्टार्ट विथ 2 एंड ऑल. आई विल अपडेट ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस. ये जो लोग ऑलरेडी बैच में हैं उनको अपडेट मिल जाएगा. दे डोंट हैव टू वरी. ओके, चलिए मिलते हैं. गुड नाइट एवरीवन.